So I love the image of sleeping. I love the fact that you're sleeping here. But you're not the first people to sleep outside. We're not the first people to sleep outside in order to have vision. Jacob, Yisrael, slept. He was on a journey. He was traveling. He was fleeing. He was in no man's land. He had no idea where he was. And he laid down to sleep outside. And he dreamt. And he dreamt and he noticed that angels were climbing up a ladder to heaven and coming back down. And the Midrash, the traditional rabbinic commentary on this, reads this very carefully and says, the angels were climbing up and then coming back down. That means the angels were starting down here, which is the reason why Jacob wakes up and says, God is in this place, and I didn't know it, and names this random plot of land Beit El, the house of God. Friends, Beit El is a beautiful place, but really, whenever we have a plot of land that we sleep on and we are willing to dream desperately, we find holiness there. We can find that the angels are climbing up to heaven and coming back down from the very place that we're sleeping. Friends, there's actually there's no biblical Hebrew word for nature. It doesn't exist. It only happened after Greek philosophy started to come into Judaism. What we have is the word Bereshit. We have lots of words, but we have the word creation. We have the word creation because there's a really big difference between saying something is natural and something is created. When we say that something is created, we mean that it's valuable. We mean that it's the way it's supposed to be, that there's inherent value where we are, that it's created b'chokhmah, that it's created with wisdom. And thus, we have an obligation to care for it. I want to point out that it's actually a lot harder to change our sleeping habits than where our money is. It's actually much more difficult to stop and to change the way that we live our lives, to stop and have a Sabbath, to stop and we're in the middle of a sabbatical year right now, to take a Shemitah, to cease from our creative, constant forward motion, and to stop and to rest and to dream. So friends, I bless us that we are able to figure out how to put our money where it needs to be. But more than that, I bless us all that we're able to create lives for ourselves and for our communities and for this world where it's totally acceptable to stop trying to build and stop trying to create and stop trying to raise the GDP and continue just this constant forward motion. Woo! We have the obligation and I hope, God, I really hope that you bless this world with the ability to rest, to lay down where we are, and to see what we see, to dream what we dream, and to be able to see that the places that we're standing, and in fact this entire world, when we let ourselves really, really see it clearly, and we see that this world is holy, this world is sacred.